YouTube, what's going on? What is happening, man? Of course, it's your guy. One more time, DEDRICKHICKSJR. I can't even say my own name. And then to me, YouTube. Tag one. YouTube, what's going on? YouTube, what is going on? What is happening, man? Of course, it's your guy. One more time, DEDRICKHICKSJR. And now I'm back with another fragrance video. Smell good, family. Hopefully everyone is doing well, doing great, doing fantastic. Positive energy, positive vibes. Y'all know how we get down here in this channel, man. Positive vibes only, all right? So we are back, man, with Valentine's, all right? Valentine's Day 2025 is fastly approaching. You guys are already asking for recommendations. The video for Valentine's Day, I usually do a Valentine's Day and Valentine's night video every year, and this will be no different. So Valentine's about a week and a half out. About a week and a half out, about 10 days or so, I believe 10 or 11 days before Valentine's. Figured I'd go ahead and get this one out with some the fragrances that I will be considering wearing for Valentine's Day, Valentine's night, or however it plays out. And I just wanted to share these with you all right? So I have 10 fragrances that I will be considering, and maybe 2 of them. We'll probably be going with 2 of them, just depends on what me and Mrs. Hicks have going on for Valentine's Day, Valentine's weekend, all right? So let's go ahead and tap in. We're keeping it sexy this video. We're keeping it sexy, all right? Let's get to it, all right? Up first, one of the more sexier fragrances in my entire collection, one of the more expensive fragrances in my collection, but this is a real good one from the house of Mind Games. We are talking Mentor from Mind Games. I just couldn't help but put this fragrance in this video. This stuff is fantastic, man. This amber and caramel and plum. You have this boya oud in here, which is a clean oud. It does not come off an offensive, stinky, or medicinal in any way. It's very clean, healthy, soft woods, blended with the plum, the cashmere, the caramel. Just an absolute banger. This stuff is sexy. It will absolutely work on Valentine's Day, Valentine's night, however you got it going, it doesn't matter. High quality here, very delicious, very delicious profile with this fragrance for sure. So I don't recommend blind buying this, but you can get a sample for a decent price. And you can also get 10% off of that sample by using Dedrick 10 over at mindgamesfragrances.com. All right, so tap into it. This has a lot of hype. If you haven't got your nose on it, I highly recommend it. Sample first, but blind buy if you dare. Great recommendation for Valentine's 2025. We have Mind Games Mentor. Mind Games Mentor. All right. And I have something here for everybody. I have different price ranges, different profiles, something here for everyone. All right. Just for me, it just depends on how I'm feeling on Valentine's Day, how we're gonna rock, or however the missus is feeling too, all right? But up next, very affordable option, but this stuff is fire. It is fire from the house of Lattafa. We're talking His Confessions. Look at that bottle, man. Get that in focus as much as we can. A wild bottle. To me, you get this beautiful iris vanilla style scent. The iris is very prominent, comes off a bit powdery, slightly earthy, but more on the powdery side. The vanilla in here makes it sweet enough, really kind of going head to head with the powdery elements of the iris, and I believe there's tonka bean in here as well. It's something that's unmistakable. So it is a blend of some of your favorite fragrances that are already out there. I get a little bit of Prada Black. I get a little bit of Valentino Uomo Intense. I get a little bit of Dior Homme Intense. I get a little bit of everything. Not everything, a little bit of those fragrances that are iris-based fragrances in this one. But this is very affordable. You can get this $30, $35 Amazon on discounters. Projects well, performs well. A very, very good option for Valentine's 2025. But don't get it twisted. Just because the price tag is $35 doesn't mean this is a $35 fragrance. Follow me. All right, you get really good quality here, really good performance, really good longevity, and this stuff is just flat out sexy. It's a sexy fragrance, bang for your buck. You don't gotta spend a lot of money to smell great. You don't. And this is a great example of that. From the house of Lattafa, we're talking His Confessions. The bottle is wild, but it is what it is. All right. Up next, let's switch the pace a little bit, man. So I don't know about some of you fellas out there, but my wife loves a masculine fragrance on me. She loves the leathers and the spices and the ouds on me. She just is something about a masculine profile that she really enjoys on me. And here's one that has that masculinity, but it's confidence. And most of the times if you have if women can detect a confident man, they view that extremely sexy. All right. And this is really all of that in a bottle. From the house of Zaharoff, we have Signature Royale XXX. Signature Royale XXX is what we're talking today. Out of Royale and X, this is the boldest take. You still get your spices, you still get your woods, you get some musk, you get some juniper, you get some oud, you get a very bold fragrance, confidence in a bottle. This is something of what a boss would wear. This is something for someone who knows where they're going. They're not focused on anything else. They know where they're going, and their intentions are clear. Most people can appreciate that about a man who's he knows what he's doing. So there's something right here could really, on a date night for Valentine's, steak dinner, very intimate setting. You don't need a lot of sprays of this. A couple sprays will just do the trick. Really push off that, like I said, that confidence, that sex appeal in a bottle here. So a different change of pace when you're talking spices and woods, and just a different profile. But again, fellas, I'm pretty sure you guys have experienced it as well as I. A woman if they can detect that you kind of have your life together, you're a confident individual, you're wearing it, you're talking it, you're looking like it, like just really coming off in that way, that's something that they appreciate. And this fragrance is something that could assist in the way that you're dressed, in the way that you're groomed, in the way that you speak. This is one that I got a lot of respect for. The entire line, the DNA of Royale is outstanding. Again, for Valentine's 2025, on that masculine vibe, we got Signature Royale XXX. All right. Up next, we're going to switch the vibe. So let's say you and your significant other are enjoying Valentine's throughout the day. All right. Y'all might be going to breakfast. You might be going to brunch. Y'all just might be doing a little shopping. Carefree. You don't want to be caught up in that Valentine's dinner rush that's crazy out there. You just want to spend the day together. Well, this is a fragrance that could complement that. This stuff is fantastic. I argue that this is the best rose fragrance from this house in comparison to another one that people love, and I love too. But if I had to choose between the two, I'm going to go with this one. And what am I talking about? From the house of Argos, we're talking Pallas Athene. Pallas Athene. I love this stuff, man. This is a very, fruity rose. It's kind of, I get this, I don't even know if peach is in here. I can't remember, but peaches. You get some peaches in here. You get some other citruses in here. Of course, you get rose in here. The rose in here is a bit bright, a little bit fresh, slightly powdery. But this is a fruity, floral fragrance. That's what this is. And this stuff is sexy, man. I could just, vibe out, man, during the day. This time of year, especially where I am in the South, Valentine's Day, you're talking about by the time we get out the house, if we're going to do it during the day, man, it's 65 degrees, 70 degrees. It's a real vibe. We get beautiful weather this time of year in Jacksonville. So this one is an extreme candidate if it's going to be a Valentine's Day type of vibe where me and Mrs. Hicks kind of do what we do. All right. So I know Adonis Awakens gets a lot of love, rightfully so. I love Adonis Awakens myself. But if I had to choose between the two, Pallas Athene is the one that I'm going to be going with at the recording of this video. So great stuff, fun stuff, unisex. Your lady can wear this, you can wear this. This can be like a couples thing if you want to do that for Valentine's Day. But it is fire, man. From the house of Argos, we're talking Pallas Athene. And remember, you can get 10% off anything over at Argos by using DEDRICK10. All right, save you some money. Save you some money, because why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you want to do that? All right. Up next, man, Nazar Fragrances gets a lot of love on this channel, and they're gonna get more here. This is a fragrance that is just being released over on Nazar. It is ready for purchase right now, and this stuff is really sexy based on the note of raspberry. From the house of Nazar Fragrances, we're talking Pink Panther. Pink Panther from the house of Nazar. Raspberry is really prominent in the opening here. You get some white florals on my nose, and you get this sweet orange. Nazar does sweet orange very well. You get it in particularly Black Leopard. It's in Nazar Street, and it's a particular, it's like a succulent, sweet, gourmandish orange. That's what you get. That really adds to everything else that's going on with this fragrance. You get a little bit of rose, you get a little bit of a cinnamon in here. Very sexy stuff. Right now in the line of unisex, and this is one, again, Valentine's Day, if you're just kind of moving around, or you got an early dinner. Let's say the sun's still up, maybe it's like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, you might not have a babysitter for the kids, or you're not able to stay out like you want to, but you have a little bit of time where you can get out and have a good time and enjoy each other's company. Pink Panther is one to tap into. Now, this is a very, very rich fragrance. It performs beautifully on my skin. You're talking 7 to 8 to 9 hours of solid performance. You don't need a lot of sprays. Again, 50% oil concentration from Nazar. You don't need a lot of sprays, and this stuff is fire, man. It's different. If you're looking for something that's different on the market, you're not trying to smell the same old way, like maybe those who are around you or the stuff that you smell at your local department store. Nazar is one to look into, but Pink Panther for Valentine's Day, one to definitely look into. From the house of Nazar Fragrances, for me, great for Valentine's Day, early in the day, dinner time, early dinner, stuff like that. We have Pink Panther. All right. Up next, my wife deemed this as it's top 2 sexiest fragrances in my collection that she enjoys smelling off of me, and that is from the house of Day 3, and we're talking Aylan. Aylan is quickly becoming one of the very best pound for pound vanilla fragrances out there. Vanilla, rose, cashmere. This is warm, it is cozy, it is quality. Michael's just on one when he made this one, man. This is truly dedicated to his daughter, and he made it be known that there was no expense that he wouldn't, dive into to create something so beautiful, in which he did. But this has kind of taken a life on its own in the community. It gets comparisons to Baby Cat and versus Vanilla Oud, but in my opinion, yes, they will remind you of each other profile wise, but they all do their own different things. And for me, in my nose, the Elamine, the vanilla, and the cashmere and the rose kind of really do this do-si-do, so to speak, and provides an incredible sexy aura or sillage or bubble around you. And this is dinner time. This is going to dinner on Valentine's night. This is a cozy interaction between you and your significant other on Valentine's. So very intimate type of vibe that I get with this fragrance, and it is absolutely stunning. It is beautiful. One of the top sexy, top tier fragrances in all of my collection. Mike and his team did a fantastic job, as they always do. But this one right here is arguably the best that Day 3 has ever put out. Arguably the best that they've ever put out. From the house of Day 3 Fragrances, we have Aylan for Valentine's. It'll work. It'll absolutely work. All right. Up next, now I know y'all know that if we were talking Valentine's Day and we're talking sexy and we're talking all that this fragrance had to be had to be on this video. I don't care if it's spring, summer, winter, or fall. This stuff will work. From the house of Sospiro, we're talking Dolce Melodia. If you've been on this channel, from last August up until now, you have heard me talk about the stories of the love and appreciation for Dolce Melodia. I believe this is my wife's #1 fragrance now on me. She absolutely was going through some things the first time that she smelled this and we went out. I've told the story over and over again. I'm not going to get into it again now, but if you've been watching for quite some time, let's just say she's a real fan and she let it be known over and over and over again. Beautiful citrus and pear and vanilla and white florals. This stuff is incredible, very sexy, intoxicating experience that you get with Dolce Melodia. And this is another one, honestly, for me, wearing it out in the evening times for sure, coming out of late afternoon, early evening, going into the nighttime. This is going to work its magic. This stuff is a great performer. I was really surprised of how well of a performer it truly is for a more fresher profile. But that vanilla and that pear and other citruses in here really work its magic. And Sospiro has great quality and it's on full display here. Highly recommend it. I'll put it to you like this. Out of all 10 fragrances here, if I only had to take one, if I was up against it and I only had to take one, I would take Dolce Melodia. That's what we're talking about. And yes, it's a part of my choice is because of how my wife loves this and how she reacts. And I love it too. But man, when you get the kind of reaction that I got, why wouldn't you want to try to recreate that over and over and over again? So, great choice for Valentine's 2025 from the house of Sospiro. We're talking Dolce Melodia. Dolce Melodia. I know it's kind of clashy with my studio light a bit. All right. Up next, man, let's go with classic. Well, at least a classic to me. I've talked about this fragrance talked about it a lot for a long time. Pretty much probably since the existence of this channel. And I just can't forget about Old Faithful because that's what it has been to me over the years. From the house of Paco Rabanne, we're talking 1 Million Lucky. You just can't miss. You can't lose with 1 Million Lucky. Plum, hazelnut, honey. It's just beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff, man. 1 Million gets a lot of love for its line, and it should. But this is the best. Pound for pound, I don't care what nobody says. This is the best. Sexy stuff here, man. Compliment magnet. This is something for Valentine's evening and Valentine's night that's going to work its magic. Now, make sure you do your part. Make sure you do your part, all right? Make sure you're dressed a certain type of way. You're groomed a certain type of way. Make sure you're, your talk game's on point. You're just on a different level if you're trying to create a certain type of vibe with that special someone. This can assist in that because an aroma can do a lot of things, and we know this as loving fragrances here. We know what a good smell and a good aroma and a good vibe and a good sillage, scent bubble can do. Well, this right here could be undefeated. I've never heard no one say they don't like 1 Million Lucky. Never. Thank God it's not discontinued anymore because the rumors will run around on that one. So you can go to your local department store right now and tap into 1 Million Lucky and see for yourself. But this stuff is a classic to me. It's Old Faithful to me. And if it gets down to it, and I'm really man, I really don't know what to wear, I'll probably go Old Faithful. I'll probably go Old Faithful because I know it's going to work because it's proven to work. From the house of Paco Rabanne, from now going by Rabanne, we have 1 Million Lucky. Classic in the community. All right, let's go ahead and switch the pace yet again. I just recently discovered this fragrance, and man, let's see, it's one of the sexiest fragrances that we're going to talk about today, and that I've ever come across. Man, this stuff is incredible, man. From the house of Oud, we're talking Dates Delight. Dates Delight. We just talked about this one last week, and goodness gracious, you get this rich dark fruits, this rich dark fruit vibe. That's where the dates come into play. There's some honey, Indonesian oud here. I've said it before, think of Parfums de Marly, Eau Jean, think of 1 Million Privé, think of those type of fragrances but you're gonna add in this darker shade. All right, you're gonna the dark fruit, the Indonesian oud. It just gives it a different spin, and this is my vibe. I love Owojan. I love 1 Million Privé. I love those honey cinnamon style fragrances. I love them. But it's something about this one. It's like the mood. It's like the sun goes down when you smell this. How dark, how bold, how rich it is. I'm a huge fan of dates. Dates don't get used a lot in fragrances these days, but it comes off as a really dark, dry, juicy fruit. That's what it comes off as. And blending it with that Indonesian oud and that honey, it's undefeated, man. And if me and my wife end up doing something that night, like going out Valentine's night, if the coast is clear, if grandma come and get the grandkids, and we get to go ahead and slide out, this will be it. This will be the fragrance of the night, especially if it's cooler. This will be the fragrance of the night. So this is great. This is great stuff. Very sexy, intentional stuff with this fragrance from the house of oud. We're talking Dates Delight, and for Valentine's night, yeah, man. Yeah, man. All right. And last but not least, boy, this is a unique blend of a fragrance, and the spirit of Dubois have my absolute attention. And this stuff is a banger. Very sexy. From the house of Spirit of Dubois, we're talking Turath. A very interesting blend of every fruit ever created. There's apple, there's strawberry, there's orange. But it's this oriental, fruity, sweet, and spicy fragrance. The patchouli in here comes off like this airy chocolate. Like, so imagine a bowl of fruit and drizzles like not oversaturated, but just drizzles some dark chocolate. Some dark chocolate on top of the fruit. Let it sit there, let it vibe out. And that's what you get. Like I said, the fruitiness on my skin eventually turns like really dark. The patchouli, like I said, gives off this very airy chocolate vibe to it. This stuff is a great performer. It lasts. It's just outstanding. A different blend. So if you're into sweeter, fruitier fragrances, but you want something unique, you want something different, well, here you go. This is going to be something that is absolutely different. This is going to be different. Great quality, performs. And like I said, I think this is really sexy. It's not going to smell like everything else that you're used to. But like I said, that oriental, dark, fruity, sweet and spicy type of vibe. The oud in here is not offensive in any way. It just complements the variety of fruits in the basket type of vibe that you're getting with this fragrance. So really good stuff. Really recommend getting your nose on it. This stuff is fire, man. And for Valentine's evening, Valentine's night, amen. This could be one for sure. From the house of the Spirit of Dubois, we're talking Turath. All right, fire stuff, man. Big fan of Spirit of Dubois. All right, so there you have it, guys. 10 fragrance recommendations for Valentine's Day 2025. Yes, I will be back with recommendations next week for Valentine's Night 2025. You freaks. I got you covered. And y'all ain't fooling nobody, man. Ever since I've been doing this combo video, Valentine's Night, Valentine's Day, Valentine's Night, the Valentine's Night one been getting more views. Y'all been watching that one. And I know why. You're a bunch of freaks. All right. Enjoy Valentine's Day with that special someone, or someone who's, just passing by. Enjoy, be safe, have fun, and that's what it's all about. All right, so we'll see y'all probably next week with Valentine's. Next week for Valentine's Night 2025. I'll have 10 more recommendations there for those who are looking for that. All right, so peace, y'all. As always, splack it up, splack it down, splack it that thing all around. All right, and remember, what you put out to this world is exactly what you're going to get back. All right, peace, y'all. Of course, splacker.